Good morning. Hello and welcome to 10 at 10. Back here again, which is really exciting. So we're here tomorrow and then have a little break and then we'll be back for to follow on with the series 4. So really exciting. That'll be chatting to some of the people who have exhibited at September, which would be really exciting, some brand new people. So excellent. Let me just invite, there we go. And problems. We've had a couple this week, but should all be okay. And hello, Melanie,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really good. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. So please introduce yourself and tell us
Oh,
what you make and what you sell.
good morning, everyone. I'm Roni, Roni B's Kitchen. So I basically make Philippine flavored sauces, chili products, and preserves. These are all based on our cuisine, so flavors of the Philippines. It is basically just to get you to understand and learn about my cuisine. So that's what I do.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. I love it. And why did you set up your business and how did you come up with your business name?
Okay, so why did I start business? It was back in 2016. I was with my schoolmates who are all based here in the UK, and we were trying to. Every time we have a meeting, we would sort of like go into different restaurants, and we were doing it alphabetical order, so A, B, C. We got to F, Filipino, and oh, there's hardly any Filipino restaurants at the time.
Yeah.
Um, and we said, okay, so there's a there seems to be a gap in the market, and we love our food. I mean, if you like Asian cuisine or Southeast Asian cuisine,
Yeah.
we're pretty much the same flavor. It's just a different how do you say that, ratios of the same ingredients in
Sure, yeah.
terms of flavor. So it is something that's familiar yet unfamiliar at the same time. If you
Sure.
get what I mean.
Yeah.
So that was why I thought of the business and said, well, but I love my cuisine and I want people to love my food as well. Why did I come up with the name? Well, I put my name on it.
Exactly. It is, isn't it? We've been talking this week. It says what it says on the can, isn't it? And it's Ronnie B's Kitchen. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. So
Yeah.
whereabouts is Ronnie B's Kitchen? And where are you based? And where's your sort of workspace?
Well, I'm based in Walton and Thames in Surrey.
Yeah, lovely.
So basically, I'm actually in my dining kitchen area. So
Yeah,
this is where it all started, on this table.
yeah. The kitchen table.
On this table, this dining table, where I was musing to myself, okay, how am I going to do this? What will be the fastest way to get people to try my food? I mean, I
Yeah,
started supper clubs with a friend of mine, but I said, okay, I need it a little bit faster.
yeah.
So I thought, well, why don't I just put put it in a jar and start selling it and actually get people to cook
Yeah,
with with my product, so that because sometimes when you cook with it, when you cook, you start to understand
sure.
the flavors, and then it also brings out your creativity in cooking.
Sure,
and i
yeah.
think and I think that's the best way to get people to understand the cuisine.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Sorry, it's my postman. My little postman. He must sometimes see me thinking, what is that man doing talking into a screen? Because I'm in my bay window. It's quite funny. He sees me most of the time thinking, I think he's a bit strange. I'm like, I am. Yeah, and I say when I first met you as well, your passion really comes out for what you do. And you know, we started talking to you and you were talking about, and then I kind of dropped in the bombshell. Oh, we're vegetarians, but straight away there was, oh, you know, you were like talking straight away a thing how you can use your sauces and all of that, and we bought some, and you know, I've used them all now, and I put them in a load of lovely roasted vegetables and the tamarind jam and things like that, which is just really really nice, and different ways of using them, like you say, isn't it, of just using your creativity to actually bring it out. And I'm sure, you know, some of your sauce is smeared on some lovely meat that's marinated. It will be absolutely lovely. You know, back in the days, I used to love marinating, you know, and sort of like now it's vegetables and sort of halloumi cheese, isn't it? That kind of
Yeah.
is the thing to do now. Yeah. So this is probably a hard question for you, but have you a favourite item to create, and why have you chosen that?
That is a hard question.
Yeah.
um, I guess creating new dishes has always been my challenge.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Southeast Asian cuisine, so it doesn't matter whether it's Thai, Vietnamese, Korean, Filipino, Indonesian, Malaysian. What you will see is this length of ingredients.
Sure.
So what I try to do is shorten that and put that in the jar. So because I've now shortened it, I now think, okay, how will I
Yeah.
do this now? Because one of the things I also recognize, I mean, I started a business when I was working full time. So it was always trying to find ways to shortcut cooking, but without sacrificing flavor, you know?
Sure.
So the best, the thing that I like creating most is experimenting on different dishes, you know,
Yeah.
trying to see, will this work?
Yeah.
How can I still do this? And as you said, when you came to my stand, you
Yeah.
know, and you said you're vegetarian, because I mean my products are vegan friendly, you know, because
Yeah.
it's plant, but it works on every type of protein.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Seafood, so it would work with any type of how would you say that diet that you
Yeah.
adhere to. And it's always a challenge for me to be able to, how do I make it more this, or how do I make it
Yeah.
more that way? Try to present ways of using the product. So I think that's my favorite way of doing it. Thing is to create different dishes, and I don't just take it from Southeast Asian. I can look at an Italian recipe and say, how do I make this?
Yeah.
Or I look at the Mediterranean kind of uh, food and I say, okay, how can I put in my flavors into this dish? And for me, that's the fun bit.
Cool. So just saying that for anyone that doesn't know, and you know, with Filipino cooking, what are the kind of the key factors of it? Is there spices that you must always use? You know, what makes it stand out? Like you just said there, you've got something Italian. How do I put that twist on making it Filipino? So what are the kind of key ingredients, would you say, as such?
But the Filipino palate is
Yeah.
basically, it is more on the sour, believe it or
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
We
Right.
like sour, so we cook a lot with vinegar. And our vinegar is either coconut vinegar, palm vinegar, sugarcane vinegar, because
Sure.
that's what is abundant in the country.
Sure.
So it is, we are on the sour side, sour, salty, sweet. That's our flavor combination. So that's what makes it Filipino, by being that we're not so much like spicy hot, unlike
No.
our Southeast Asian neighbors. There is a province in the Philippines which grows a lot of chilies, and they're the ones that use a lot of the chilies, which is the Bicol region.
Okay.
And also, the one of the biggest crop produce is coconut. So they use a lot of coconut milk in their cooking.
Yeah.
Same as very south of the Philippines, they use a lot of coconut because it grows there quite a bit,
Yeah.
and they like their chilies there as well. So depends on the region of the country.
Wow. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's quite diverse in itself,
Yeah.
that it's so hard to pull them all together, you know. But we are, I would say, Filipino cuisine is um, a combination of Malay, Spanish, Chinese, South American
Cool.
flavor into one. I like calling it 900 years in the making.
No, it's great. That's really interesting to hear. I kind of like that. And like you just said, isn't it? There's somebody that likes a lot of spice, or they like a lot of chili, well, chili, and they like it hot, they can add it. And you can, you know, once you've got your sauce, you can play around with it. And I take it out. Well, a question I'll ask in a minute. Have you been working on anything new this year at all? And I know you always are. I spoke to you last time. You said for Christmas, wasn't it? So what's new for this
Yeah,
year?
I am working on another product. Well, too. Hopefully, it'll come in time for Christmas because uh, just working on the labelings and the nutritions
Yeah.
and all. So hopefully by Christmas it will be available. We're a little bit in a challenge right now in terms of supply, as you know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Some ingredients don't get delivered because of shortage of drivers who would deliver.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a challenge getting all these ingredients in as well. So yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
um
Exactly.
you will see it towards Christmas, hopefully.
Cool. You're not letting on what it is just yet.
Well, one they're sauces. So one
Yeah.
is like my own version of hot sauce.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah.
um, so hot pepper sauce, and the other one is I call it hamonado sauce. So it's based
Okay.
on our ham flavored sausages in the Philippines, quite popular in Pampanga,
Right.
the north. Um, and it's like it is ham flavored.
Yeah.
Because, and it's nice. It's nice as a nice little dipping sauce on the soy.
Lovely.
So
Excellent. No,
hopefully,
I love it. Yeah. So
but
going
they're all
back to that
and
question, did
flavored.
but going back to the question, is there a kind of favourite item? I mean, is it the first sauce that you ever made that you almost feel quite passionate about? Is there a kind of favourite item that you have at all? Favourite
But
sauce?
I would say it would still be my flagship product, which is adobo.
Yep.
My
Cool.
Because adobo is we call it the unofficial national dish of the Philippines.
Sure.
Um, and it has many variations. The name itself is derives from adobar, from
Okay.
Spanish, which is to marinate, and it was given that name by the Spanish conquistadors that came in, and it is based again. It is cooked in vinegar. So basically, if you look at Spanish way of saying adobo, it is marinating in oil or vinegar.
Okay.
Same thing with us because it's vinegar based. So I would
Right.
say that would be my favorite item because it is my flagship one.
Yeah. And that must be so exciting as well, actually having your own sauces that are yours and they're bottled, and you get the joy of people that try them, they come back, buy again, and see what new
Yeah,
you've got. And I love as well just talking to you. It's almost the history and talking about your culture is so important that we need to keep that going for the next generation, isn't it? And handing
yeah,
it down to the next generation of your sauces and the recipes. I'm sure that you're kind of tight with that. I'm not letting anyone know as such, isn't it? The secret ingredients.
well,
so so I got.
yeah. Go on.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was. So as you know, we have an ethos, as I say, that we're unique, friendly, and creative. Is there an ethos that you have? I know a lot of people find this hard, and I know that they have their ethos and they just don't know they have it. So is there an ethos that you have at all? I saw it on your website. You put something
Well,
up, a wording. It was lovely. Now I can't remember. You put something really lovely, a quote of some famous. So I thought, oh, maybe she might say that, but maybe not.
ooh, which one is it?
Yeah, I'll find it and put it on later. If that's the case, if you don't say it now.
Um, ethos about well, just being, just bring joy.
Yeah,
To bring joy in your in the food that you eat. I think because food is an integral part of being social. So if is being able to get people to enjoy what they're
yeah,
cooking, what they're eating, and if they enjoy it, they will share it. It's that joy, and I
yeah,
think that's what I try to um work towards, is to bring joy through food.
yep. Exactly. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my fudge. Yes to that. And like she does it with her fudge, which I totally understand. That you're giving joy to somebody, isn't it? And all of the people that are at our events, they give joy in
Mm.
everything they do, from art to sewing to woodwork to metalwork to us. I'll stop because there's so many categories now, which I absolutely love, which is brilliant. So, what would you say are your goals and dreams for this year?
Um, this year, the goal is be able to still maintain, try to grow it,
Yep.
get into more shops if I can.
Sure.
And my goal is hopefully, like, soon I would like to be able to expand outside of the UK.
Yep.
So, goal, um, try to get back into the EU because I
Yeah.
pulled out.
Let's not go there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Yeah.
trying, trying to get there,
Yeah.
and so that's the dream, is to be able to bring it to a wider market, really.
Sure.
Spread the
And
joy.
obviously, yeah, the joy, and obviously with yourself as well is, and I haven't seen you in action, but you love the actual of the cooking and then using your sauces and ingredients, don't you? You're going to be at the Denby's Food Festival, aren't you, in September? So,
Yeah.
which is great. Which are you demonstrating as well?
Nope.
No. Oh, there we go. But that's something you enjoy as well, isn't it? And talking earlier
Oh,
about, something that we haven't been able to do with COVID is supper clubs, and both myself and Rob, back in the days, we've been some amazing supper clubs, on a table with complete strangers who it's just amazing, and the food brings you together, which is so important. I'm really I'd love to come to one of your supper clubs, and the whole of what you make and the history of learning it will be, yeah. So put me on the list when you start them up again.
well, maybe what
So
we can do is do a cooking kind of live thing together.
yeah, exactly. And there may be opportunities as well next year. Fingers crossed, we might be able to have a venue where the outside bit where we will be able to maybe do some food demonstration bits, which will be great. And we can have
Mm.
like Ruth's little kitchen there. Talk about her bread and the pasta and that she makes, and you guys. So who knows? Watch this space. There's lots of things in my head and talking to different people and venues, which is great. There we go. So Rob's very, very clever. He's got it already. In the quote, it says, "Believe in your product, believe in yourself."
Yeah.
That's lovely. I love that. That's really nice. You need to. There we go. That needs to go on a t-shirt. So who would you say is your support network?
Well, I would say my hubby is my biggest support network.
Yeah.
He's the workhorse behind me, in a sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it without him.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. The family back home, my family in states, in the US, Canada, they're quite supportive as well. So that would be my inner support.
Yeah,
And of
exactly.
course, and having said that, the other traders as well in the markets, because you kind of like get support from them as well, like,
Yeah.
oh, how are you doing when you're in the markets?
Yeah.
And they're all ready to help, like, oh, you have a question, oh, do you know this, how do I do this?
Yeah.
Everybody's supporting each other. I think
Yeah.
that is a really good way of helping
Yeah.
other small business, you know entrepreneurs.
Definitely, definitely. As I was saying, with our September, 21 of these are brand new businesses. Some of them have never actually done this before, and even this morning, the WhatsApp group is clicking away and chatting, and they're sort of saying that, oh, I haven't made enough products, and the products I've got there, they say they're sold, or I haven't been able to make this and make that. But also, it's okay. It's like I need to sort of message that to say it is okay, because at the end of the day, the customers that are coming along, if you're a jewelry person, who knows that you've got you might have a future couple getting married, and they see what you make, or they like you, isn't it? Or
Mm.
they see your product and whatever. So necessarily, it doesn't matter that you have to have a table and fill it totally with products. It's also the commissions. And when I'm doing the countdown, which
Mm.
starts next week, it introduces everyone, but says, don't forget, everyone can do commissions and bits like that as well. And so and that sort of the relationship there with everyone is absolutely amazing. So Laska, what events are you doing with Curated by Dapper Suave?
We're doing one with you in October.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And
Yes.
then that was great as well, because with you know, I found you at the Artisan Market, and
Yeah.
obviously with our event, the date is, and I know the guy who does the marquees is finally getting married, I do believe, third time. So, you know, so the date was changed. So that was why I was like, wow. So I was able to get you, which was great. So I knew that you'd be a great, great asset, great, you know, with everyone there as well. I think, you know, you'll get on, and everyone as well will really like you, and, you know, your products are great, and, you know, I'll be buying some more as well. And so just the last question, is what I always ask, is why did you choose to work with us?
Because you're lovely.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's really sweet. That's lovely. No, and it's, you know, and as well, I liked. Sorry.
You know, the other line of that quote that you said, the third sentence is surround yourself with positive people. Ta-da!
Yeah, it is. It's in life, isn't it? I think as I've got older, I kind of realise now that I need that as a person, to have people around me that believe in themselves, believe in their brand, their product. And when you come to our events now, you see it. You know, we've been able to, you know, not get rid of, but, you know, really understand what it's about when people come to our events, and, you know, the story and all of that as well. So when the guys are worried about their event, just be yourself and just talk about your brand, and that's what people more than anything want, isn't it? That's really, really important as well. Really, really, really lovely to speak to you. I say I will be doing a little promotion about all the other events that are going on, so I will shout out about the food festival. As you know myself, I'm very much about community, not competition. So I've been looking around at the other events that are going on. So next sort of week or so, I'll do a little shout out to all of the other, you know, because how great is it that you can go to events finally? You know, like this time last year, there was nothing going on, and we were lucky to have 2 events that did go on, you know, that went ahead, and there were so many that didn't. So I think it's really important now, if you've got a weekend, if you can go to a couple of events, a food festival, and then come over to see us or whatever, and let other people know. So I'll be doing that, and I'll shout out about you. And obviously this video will go on to our Instagram TV, it'll go on to LinkedIn, and also it'll go on to our YouTube channel. So anyone, whatever, you can always go and subscribe and see any other videos that we've done, all of these 10 at 10s. There's quite a few now, which I absolutely love, and people really enjoy getting to know the people behind them. I know today there's lots of people here at the moment, which is brilliant. Hello to all of you. So tomorrow we will be with Joanne from Cookies and More. We're talking all things of biscuits, which are great. So we'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And love you, see it, and we'll see you in October. If I don't see you before, I'll probably see you somewhere as well, won't I? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Denby's. Yeah, definitely. I'll try it. Well, is it Saturday and Sunday? It is, isn't it?
It is a Saturday.
Cool.
I mean, and also if you can come as well on the Monday, Tuesday specialty fine food fair at Olympia. I'll be there.
Ah, there we go. Little plug there. Why not? Excellent. Brilliant. Really, really great to talk to you. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.